Rarotonga is the largest of the 15 independent Cook Islands. We cover the 500 sea miles from Maupiti in almost 5 days at sea. If you believe the locals, Rarotonga is the Mallorca of the South Seas for the New Zealanders. The well-developed tourism provides us with all necessary infrastructure for a luxurious life. We anchor in the harbour with bow to the ocean and stern to the quay wall. We rent scooters and circle the island easily in one day. Along the way, small cafes and broad beaches entice us to stop for a while. On the crossing to Niue, we pass by large storm areas. Since the incident on the Atlantic, we always switch on the radar device in order to get a feeling for the rain. Everything that appears in red here is rain, lots of rain. Because it's on the way and the weather is good, we make a stop over in Beverage Reef, a coral atoll in the middle of the ocean. There is no actual land, but only a circular coral reef that breaks the big waves. Niue is an independent island around 2,400 kilometers northeast of New Zealand. Only 1,500 people live on the 260 square kilometer island. Niue is time and again devastated by reoccurring cyclones. Cyclone Heta last destroyed the island in 2004 and drove many of its inhabitants into exile in New Zealand. Over 20,000 Niueans now live there. Niue would not exist without development aid from New Zealand. Tourism is still on its infant stage. We look at the local fruits and vegetables at a kind of agricultural show. We have to smile as the Premier, in his speech, proudly welcomes all 143 tourists on the island. On the pier we see the wreck of the catamaran Blue Marble, which met its end here on the reef. We last saw boat and crew on Heaver Oa. Luckily, no one is hurt, but the Norwegian's journey ends here. There are no sand beaches on Niue, but it does have spectacular limestone cliffs in remote bays, deep caves and wild jungle. The Pacific waves break with magnificent roar on the reef along the west coast. We explore the island on rented bicycles and see very well-maintained estates, but also empty villages. Almost everything on Niue has to be imported. There's no harbour. The supply ship is unloaded at anchor and the containers are brought to land in barges. A lot of effort for 1,500 residents and 143 tourists. We are drawn further on towards Tonga, 250 sea miles away. Our destination is the island of Vanuatu. A grand total of 15,000 residents live here, and there are bars and restaurants, all of which are run by white people. It's very strange that there are hardly any businesses here run by locals. Nevertheless, we again and again met locals who'd like to do business with the many sailors who come here. Probably there's a lack of startup capital for a larger business. Together with the morning crew, we have an original Tongan lunch at Alofi's house and have a little difficulty ignoring the hygienic conditions. We sail around the island in a replica of a Polynesian catamaran, this time as completely co-seated passengers. We can't believe that people traveled across the Pacific in these boats over 1,000 years ago. All a genuine seaman really needs is a boat, the sun, the wind and the stars. Within the Vanuatu island group, it's almost like sailing on a lake. An excellent sailing wind blows almost the entire time, and the Pacific waves stay on the outside. There are two groups of sailors on Tonga. We have come all the way over the Pacific, but many boats simply come from New Zealand for the season and spend a few relaxed months here. A New Zealand restaurant owner puts on the Tonga Racing Week once a year. 20 to 30 boats take part in this fun regatta for cruising sailors. After managing to hire Graham as skipper and Diane as helmswoman, we also register the Stormvogel for the regatta. Boats from the Netherlands, Norway, Sweden, England, New Zealand, Italy, South Africa and, of course, Germany take part in the race. The evening parties during this 4-day event are correspondingly international. We achieve a sensational second place with the Stormvogel. It was a clever move to hire an English regatta professional.